service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC News and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Full AccuWeather forecast right across the top of all CNC local news pages.
The budget proposition had 1,728 yes votes, 1,380 no votes, so the budget passed.
It was a pretty good night for school district administrators all across Monroe County. Voters in all 17 suburban school districts approved their 2013-2014 budget proposals, as you see here in the town of Greece from District Clerk Ann Barrows of the Greece Central School District. In Webster, Brockport, and East Rochester, some incumbent school board members were defeated. Voters in Greece will have to wait until later Wednesday when write-in votes are counted to find out who won the open seat on the Greece Central Board of Education. There were only 2 candidates for 3 seats, leaving the third one open for a write-in. All the budgets were within the new state property tax cap. Most budgets are up over the current year. District officials will be glad to tell you that has a lot to do with mandated state pension and health insurance costs that all school districts are stuck with. In Greece, which is the biggest suburban school district, the budget was adopted by 1,728 to 1,380. A spending proposition to buy new school buses was approved by nearly the same margin. Superintendent Barbara Dean Williams said she is grateful to the voters and all who support our students and contribute to the development of the budget. The new Greece Town Board member named to replace Shannon O'Keefe-Pirro at Tuesday night's meeting wears a familiar face. It's Mike Berry, who was replaced by O'Keefe-Pirro when he resigned from the board 4 years ago, the same seat. O'Keefe-Pirro resigned as of Monday, saying her employment as a judicial law clerk restrains her from commenting on matters of public policy, and that seriously restricts her ability to continue running for office. For the past year, Berry has been executive director of the Monroe County Republican Committee. He's a member of the Greece Republican Committee as well, and previously was clerk of the Monroe County Legislature. Berry's return to the town board led Greece Democratic Party leader Dave Gerritsen to comment on Facebook, why exactly did Berry resign in 2009, and what is different now? There's some contradictory information from New York voters in a Siena College Research Institute poll that came out this week. Half of the likely voters surveyed agree with Governor Andrew Cuomo when he says in those TV commercials that New York is working again, but 2/3 of those same people say state government is getting more dysfunctional every day in light of the legislative corruption scandals that led to the resignation of Assemblyman Vito Lopez. That is 50 to 36% who agree the state is doing better, 67% to 26% of the same people who agree government is getting worse, not working effectively for New Yorkers, and 88% believe they'll see more state lawmakers arrested in the coming months. A total of 460 companies and organizations took part in the annual J.P. Morgan Corporate Challenge Road Race Tuesday night, and a women's team from the University of Rochester dominated that division. The 4 women running for Rochester's biggest employer finished the 3.5-mile race in 20 minutes, 19 seconds. Their combined time was 1:24:41. That beat the second-place women's team from Polizei Hessen, the Hessian State Police in Germany, by nearly 6 minutes. The men's overall winner was Chip O'Hara of Auburn, running for First Niagara Bank in 18 minutes flat. Morgan Burroughs of Corning was the top overall woman, setting the course record for women at 19 minutes and 32 seconds. More than 10,900 runners were registered for Tuesday night's race, and they came from 7 different countries. Monroe County Executive Maggie Brooks has ordered work to begin on 2 highway projects, even though a political battle has stalled their local funding in the Monroe County Legislature. These 2 projects are the Jetview Drive extension at the airport in the town of Chi-Li and the Twin Bridge project in the town of Wheatland. Both are 80% covered by federal highway aid, and Brooks says the county risks losing millions of dollars if the work doesn't get started. Local financing for the projects is held up by that political battle between Republicans and Democrats in the legislature. They require borrowing money. That takes a 2/3 supermajority of the legislature. Currently, that means at least one Democrat has to join all 19 Republicans in order to get additional bonding for projects. Democrats are withholding their votes from the bonding resolutions until the Republicans agree to consider some of the issues that are important to them. Brooks says roads and bridges should be off limits to this sort of thing, and the delay is jeopardizing 120 construction jobs. Severe thunderstorms brought dime to golf ball-sized hail to parts of the Rochester area Tuesday night. The National Weather Service reported hailstones 1.5 inches in diameter in Hilton and 2 inches at Seneca Castle in Ontario County. Most damage of the downed tree and power pole sort appears to have been in Ontario County. About 745 Rochester gas and electric customers were without electric power at midnight Wednesday. By dawn, that number had actually increased as storms continued overnight east of Rochester. The same warm, humid air mass is still overhead Wednesday, so showers and thunderstorms are a good bet Wednesday evening, just as on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Rochester chapter of the American Red Cross is sending Pittsford resident Sarah Perkins to Oklahoma to serve as a disaster assessment manager in the area outside Oklahoma City that was hit by Monday's deadly tornado. The Red Cross says she will be leading local volunteers there. A Honeoye Falls teenager was burned trying to put out a fire in his home early Wednesday morning. The Honeoye Falls Fire Department says the fire was reported about 3:30 in the morning on Monroe Street in the village. The teen ran up into the attic where the fire started and tried to put it out, burning his arm in the process. He's expected to make a full recovery. Firefighters found smoke and flames from the attic and doused the fire quickly. Nobody else was hurt, and the Red Cross is assisting the family. To the left of the player window are links to these and other stories, and at the bottom of the page, links you can use to post news and information directly to us. Next news is as it happens. Updates are as necessary. What you share helps you be the judge of that. And I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.